Hello Bible students, welcome to our 13th video where we are investigating the Bible truth regarding devil and Satan. I'd like to look at a word today which appears once in the Bible, and that is the word Lucifer. And it's found in Isaiah 14 verse 12, which reads, "How you are fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning! How you are cut down to the ground, you who weakened the nations." Now you'll know from our previous videos about transliterated words. Just to recap, a transliterated word is a word left in a foreign language and inserted into the text we are reading. In this instance, a Latin word inserted into English text without being translated. The word Lucifer simply means day star or morning star. It is the first star to appear in the sky in the morning, which we know to be Venus. So if it is not a title, and it shouldn't have a capital letter, what does this word mean in terms of the prophecy Isaiah is giving? Well, this shows us another very important point regarding all the study that we do, and that is that we study words in context. And the context of this word is found during the prophecies given by Isaiah regarding Babylon, many years before Babylon would come to power and take Israel into captivity for her sins. We know this if we look up our first clue, and that is in Isaiah 13 verse 1, which reads, "This is the burden against Babylon that Isaiah son of Amos received." So we understand that whoever this Lucifer is in chapter 14, it's given in the context of prophecies regarding Babylon. Our second clue we take from the chapter we've read, that is Isaiah 14 verse 16, where we say, "Those who gaze on you, on Lucifer, and consider you, say, 'Is this the man that made the earth to tremble?'" So whoever Lucifer is, he's a man. And our third and fourth clues come from verse 4 and 5 of the same chapter 14 of Isaiah, where we read that you will take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, "How is the oppressor ceased? How is the golden city ceased?" So we've got 4 clues now. We know, number 1, that it is in the context of the prophecies of Babylon. Number 2, whoever Lucifer is, he is a man. Number 3, he is a king, and he comes from a golden city. Well, let's see what Daniel, who prophesied many years later during the reign of Nebuchadnezzar, has to say. In Daniel 2, Nebuchadnezzar had a dream where he dreamt he was a head of gold in a huge, big, amazing statue. Daniel then tells him, "After you, there will be successive kingdoms. There will be a kingdom of silver, which represents the Medo-Persians. There will be a bronze empire, which represents the Grecians. Then the Roman Empire would come along, represented by the legs of iron. And then the feet would be part iron, part clay. There would still be a Roman element together with a clay element in Nebuchadnezzar's image." Of course, Nebuchadnezzar was not very excited about this because, as the great king of Babylon, he thought he would last forever. So in chapter 3 of Daniel, we see that Nebuchadnezzar erects an enormous statue, and he commands that everybody, everywhere, at the sound of all sorts of instruments, must bow to his great golden statue, which obviously represents him. We know the story that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego would not. But the point is that Nebuchadnezzar did not just want to be a head of gold. He wanted to be an entire statue of gold. Pride was growing in Nebuchadnezzar's heart, despite the fact that Daniel had already revealed to him that God is the one who gives the answers to dreams, and that he rules in the kingdoms of men. In chapter 4 of Daniel, Nebuchadnezzar has another dream of a giant tree, and Daniel gives him the interpretation with a warning that Nebuchadnezzar was becoming too proud. So he says to Nebuchadnezzar that you, King Nebuchadnezzar, are this great tree in the middle of the earth, and his greatness, Nebuchadnezzar's greatness, has grown and reaches to heaven. And we can see echoes of this prophecy back in Isaiah 14, which reads that Nebuchadnezzar said in his heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne. Nebuchadnezzar is told that if he doesn't watch his pride, there are going to be consequences. Of course, pride grows in Nebuchadnezzar's heart. One day, we read in chapter 4 of Daniel that he's there overlooking his great golden city, and he says, is this not great Babylon, which I have built by my mighty power as a royal residence and for the glory of my majesty? As soon as Nebuchadnezzar uttered those words, a voice came from heaven informing Nebuchadnezzar that he would become like an animal. He would scrabble in the dust until he learnt that the Most High rules in the kingdoms of men and gives it to whoever he wants. So, the story of Lucifer is the story of doomed pride in a man called Nebuchadnezzar.